what
somebody was asking, who asked this question? Oh, Baluki was asking about this new thing, which you know more than me, and you and Bane. So I just saw in the chat there, you guys did this with the Slime and B stuff, where there's like, you guys are basically having multiple mixing engineers involved at once, or tracking engineers and mixing engineers. The lines are blurred in the roles. There's lots of, you know, I heard about it first from talking to John with the Khalid stuff, because Khalid's vocal engineer and John were technically co-mixing those records. So yeah, Dennis, exactly, who I've not met, who I hear great things about.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked with him for years, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Dennis is a top-notch guy.
Right.
When I was at Record Plant, he would be my assistant, and the guy was top-notch with everything. So I'm happy amazing. That he's grown to the place he's gotten, because it's an amazing opportunity for him. And he's done so much stuff since. Shit.
Yeah, absolutely. He's out there killing it. He's doing the Zane stuff with John too. I mean, he's really out there doing a lot of stuff.
Exactly.
So with someone like that, or your role, or you and Baines together, this idea of co-mixing a record seems like a fairly new phenomenon. Is that just come from like, you've got, so like for Slime and B, for example, I don't know what the credits were on Slime and B. Were you guys have mixing credits together for some
both
stuff?
Together on everything. It was just co-mix on everything. Because, I mean, it really was. At the end of the day, it was like, even if I might have a note, yo, Doug sounds a little bit, can you check? And he might be like, Chris sounds a little bit, it's a full thing. And the most important thing is that you do this without any sort of ego or pride. That's the most important thing. If Bane calls me right now, it's like, bro, your 808's too low. I'm not going to be like, oh, Bane's is tripping. I'm going to be like, oh, shit, I need to turn my 808 up. Thanks, bro. You know what I mean? Because we look at now, if Baines tells me the mix sounds fire and it's not, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to have that trust and honesty with who you're working with, and zero ego. Not, if just everyone needs to be on the same page. And some engineers can't do that. Some engineers can. I'm a team worker. Yeah. If you think we should go this way, I trust you just as much as you trust me. Maybe I'm going to think I'm tripping before I think you're tripping. And that right there kind of sums it up. I'm going to question myself before I question you.
That's a really beautiful way to put it. And I think we are increasingly in an era where so many people can and are able to make records and are doing it at a high level in their rooms, in their basements, in professional studios, wherever. And it doesn't do you nearly as much. I don't know if it was good in the past, but it doesn't do you any good to be hyper competitive and full of ego about a lot of the stuff.
Nope.
And maybe some of the artists can have that, but we as people who are out there collaborating and working with each other, I find more and more the people that are the most successful have the least ego. It's funny, I get the question a lot, and you probably had this too. People are like, oh, who's the biggest diva? Who's the biggest diva? And there have been some diva moments of artists I've worked with and things like that, but very few. It tends to be that the people are the best. They just want to make the best shit all the time. And if you're at that level, that's, you know, they're ready to go.
I've worked with a lot of divas in my life. People that are like, and Chris is not one of them. Yeah. So, and that says a lot, because, you know what I'm saying? Who's a diva above, you know what I mean? Like,
and so, you just can't make hundreds and hundreds of records if people are a pain in the ass. Like,
oh my God, please, you can't. Because no one's going to want to work with you. Like, it's at the end of the day. But back to the thing is, a lot of the engineers back in the day, I feel like had more beef. You know what I mean? Now it's like all of us are friends. L10, fucking Ali, me and him speak on a weekly basis sometimes. Like, all of us are homies. He's mixing fucking Kendrick. Awesome, bro. I'm mixing. Baines is mixing Doug. Awesome. We're all clapping each other up. Everyone's happy. No one's like, oh, this dude stole my mix. No, if they decided to go with someone else, which that's happened, we're still cool. It's not like I went, you know what I'm saying? Unless I went in and was like, fuck that dude. And that's
you're not story. You're not hiring yourself. Somebody else is hiring
but
you.
But if they're going to you and you're taking the mix from someone else, which has happened, and that person is your friend, big deal. We're still friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? No one's hating on each other. They just wanted to go with someone else. Is that the right decision? I don't know. They might not like my mix either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you have to have no ego and not care. Unless people are doing you wrong. But this industry is not one to be doing people wrong. It's too small. It's too small.
Yep. And there's too many talented people. There's too many talented people for you to be a diva about shit. You got to be kind. You got to be patient. You got to remove your ego and just do great work and put in the reps like we talked about.
You have to put in the reps, or else, and that's part of not having ego. A person who does the reps clearly has doesn't have the ego because they're valuing that over their time, which they need to. When I was sleeping in studios and shit, I was giving all my time to music, no time to anything else. That's it, because that's what you have to do. If you're not willing to do that, you'll be 30, 40 years old by the time you get on. You know what I mean? You have to give everything to it. I gave everything to music. To this day, I literally, someone calls me and they're like, I need you to send this file. I'll be anxious to get home and send it, even though there's no rush, because I need to do my job. I need to show that I'm the fastest person. I'm going to get them all the files when they need them, all correct. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my anxiety has made me a much better record maker, because I'm just like, oh shit, they need something from me. Oh, they're asking me for a thing.
Bro, I would call it a light PTSD from all the shit that I've dealt with, and that's caused my brain to just always, work is most important. Work is most important. Like, it has to get done. Because at the end of the day, my mixes with Chris Brown are what gets me the work after. You got to think about it. People come to me after a Chris Brown album drops. They hear it, oh, we want to sound like that. Cool. When any album drops, fucking Slime and Language Shoe drops. All these artists want Baines to mix their album now. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So these works that we do are our biggest accomplishment because it's what gets us the work.
And you have to do whatever it takes to get it there, or somebody's going to, and it might as well be you. Like, that's why you'll do 25 mix revisions, because when that comes out and the song is a hit, people call you for the next decade.
And if you had given up, they would have gone to someone else, and guess what? That song would have still come out, and it would have been mixed the way they wanted it to.
Yep.
And you're not a part of it anymore.